The topic of this YouTube video is called What Would Abraham and Lot Think of the Internet? This question comes from a reading of Genesis 24, where Abraham and Lot ran out of resources to continue feeding their sheep.
Was it 15 or 14?
Somebody knows the numbers better than I do. Abraham and Lot ran out of resources to have their sheep fed. And so Abraham says to Lot, all right, well, from here, there's this way and this way. There's land on both places. You get to choose. And I'll go the other way. Whatever you choose, you can have. And Lot said, oh, this land down here looks really good. And Abraham said, oh, this land is going to be mine then. And so God told Abraham to walk every square inch of the land he was given, and then he finally found a tree where he built his altar. The question is, in 2026, what would Abraham and Lot think about the internet? What would you, if you first get onto the internet and have a perspective of Lot, think to yourself about what was on the internet? And I think that around the area of the Jordan River plain where Lot saw fertile land next to Sodom and Gomorrah, what's currently on the internet that gets the most amount of views would probably be what Lot saw. And Abraham would probably take a different approach, which is exploring everything that exists on the internet and then seeing what held the deepest value for his family, and then deciding to focus on that and integrate that into his life. The issue with what's currently popular, according to both Lot's perspective and if you just open up YouTube and you just look at like what's popular, is that most of that stuff is designed to just keep your attention but not give you anything back in return. And they just want your eyeballs, and they just want to say, thank you very much. Now watch this other thing that's not going to serve you, and we're going to get paid for that, and so we'll pay you a portion to create stuff like that. And then there are channels out there. There's also places on the internet that you actually do find value, and knowing how to discern desert from a well that could grow a tree is kind of the perspective that Abraham seemed to have about exploring the land of Canaan and finding what would ultimately become his home base, where there was a tree, because where there's a tree, there was, of course, a well with very deep water. So, that's a Bible reading, Genesis 14. You could Google Genesis 14 and you'll Google Abraham and Lot and you'll find a story. Check it out. Kind of interesting.